This video is the universal collective energy for Zodiac year, new Zodiac year of 2018. Welcome, greetings. Thank you for tuning in and watching Medium Tarot TV channel. My name is Edward, Psychic Medium, your soul messenger host, assisting us all, including myself, to live, love, and manifest the life that is so intended for us to live this lifetime. Let's get busy. All right, so this is going to be the main video for the year, and we're actually going to start with a Zodiac year 2017 review because it was extremely significant. So let's just jump right in. We had as our year energy, there was two energies we're working with. The one has to do with, actually represented the planet Jupiter. The planet of luck, expansion, growth, soul evolution, soul growth, soul evolution, the name of the game. It was a very active year last year. So let me see what that year was. It was March 27th, 2017 through April 14th, 2018. A very active year. Lots of action, activity, lots of things and people and issues being stirred up. The other energy we had was, which is the significant energy, not that that's not nice to have Jupiter as our representative. The other energy is the beginning stages of the element of water. Water represents love, passion, creativity, spirituality. Opening up of the heart chakra, opening up of the heart, learning to live again, learning to accept again, the art of allowing. All of this was in play last year. And yes, big time. It was significant because it's the beginning of the female energy coming in onto the planet to balance out the male energy on the planet. So it was a very significant year, soul growth, soul evolution for the planet, for the consciousness, for us all as soul beings who happen to be in a physical body. So in the scheme of things, we're talking the end of the world, so-called end of the world, December 21st, 2012, was the official beginning of the age of Aquarius, even though it's been, I remember reading about it back in the day, in the early 80s. It's been, discussed quite a long time, of course. That was the official launch. And now here we are. Now we're into 2018, so we're basically 6 years in, if you will, of growth and evolution. And as of 2018, it's 6 years. Back then, it was 5 years in 2017. So it was an overflow of the female energy, which is very much needed. And there's always the people that don't want to release control of the old ways of doing things. But if we look back at March 27, 2017 through April 14, 2018, we saw much change, much needed change, even though there was a lot of rumblings, but much needed change. Things needed to be stirred up in order for a healing to occur, which continues for 2018, I'm happy to say. So, like I said, the astrological correspondence for the first energy was Jupiter, planet Jupiter, and for the second energy was the water signs. Zodiac Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So those sun signs were activated, triggered, and empowered last year, 2017. All right, we're going to move on. We're going to move on to the month energy that we had. So that was the energy that we were working with March 27th, 2017, because that set the tone for the year. That month energy we were working with was, the first energy is Scorpio. Out with the old, in with the new. I think if we look back, yeah, that did occur. Some did it kicking and screaming, some did it willingly, some did it reluctantly. And the other energy was change as well. So you put them together, that's massive change. Change, separation, possible sorrow. So, sorrow if we fought the change, if we resist the change, because this is like a power couple energy having to do with change. So, change is inevitable. But for those who fought the change last year, they experienced sorrow. It's easier said than done, but that was the cause of it. Separation, separating ourselves from things that are no longer energetically serving us, okay? People, places, things, our job, where we live, how we make money, expressing our true self, who we truly are, can mean many different things to many different people. But massive change. So as these astrological correspondences for last year, we had Scorpio and we had Saturn in Libra, okay? Which is basically karma balancing the scales. That's what occurred last year. In our individual lives, first within, if we didn't fight it, then we allowed the change that was necessary for us as individuals in our outer life, and then globally, it's pretty hard-pressed not to see the change that occurred. It was a balancing of the scales, and that energy, interestingly enough, continues with the balancing. Yeah, all right, I'll get that. So all Scorpio sun signs were activated, empowered, and triggered as well. Dig a little deeper. You can't get any deeper than Scorpio. We went down to the bare bones of a matter or an issue last year. Globally, personally, individually. All right. Next, we had as the psychic insight theme for that new moon, for that Aries new moon in March 27th, 2017. The astrological correspondence was Mars in Aries. That's a lot of energy. That, coupled with the Scorpio, coupled with the Jupiter of action activity, that's like action, action, action. Last year was an action year. Okay. This energy that I attribute to this is calm and logical approach. There's also the energy of animal familiars here as well. Having our animal familiars with us, whether they be in the physical form or whether they be in spirit, astral form. But overlooking and surveying, okay, what do we want to change? What do we want to attract? What do we want to manifest? What do we want to create in our life? It's a worldly energy. So it is thinking outside the box, thinking beyond our previous narrowed perception or mind of what was possible for us in our lives. And then bigger territory. Expanding our sphere of influence. Beautiful energy. And this brings, to mind, seeing the big picture, the bird's eye view. And removing our emotions from the equation so we can have that perspective. All right. I feel good about that. Now I want to put it all together. Let's see what we get. It's quite a dynamic year. Quite a dynamic year. Well, home is where the heart is. We were to reconnect with our heart. Heart and soul, energetically connected. Listen to the heart. Let the heart guide us. And that energy, that sentiment definitely continues for 2018. All right. Let's move on. All right, now moving on to Zodiac year 2018. The actual year is April 15th, 2018 through April 4th, 2019. If I did that correctly with the going by the Aries new moon of 2017, 18, and 19. All right, so quite a dynamic year once again. Certainly is not boring. Okay, so we have as our energy karma. Okay? The astrological influence is Libra, which gives us the planet Venus as our guide this year. Interesting. And the other energy is the astrological influence is Venus in Cancer, Zodiac Cancer. So, yeah, that's kind of like a mushy energy, but that's allowing ourselves to go there. Dive in. Fully be present with our heart energy. Heart, soul, energy connected. So, I'm titling this film Dare to Dream because I'm sure we went from eyes wide shut to eyes wide open last year. So now what are we going to do with all that information? Hopefully we're going to carve out and claim our piece of the sky. We're going to claim and accept our fate, which I'm feeling is an energy that we wanted to do while we were here, this lifetime. So I don't think it's like fated like we have to pay or burn off karma. That might be the case, but that's not the overall energy that I'm feeling here. Because the other energy that I attribute to is want and desire. So what do we truly want and desire? So we are to dare to dream. It's possible. Things are happening every day. Great song. It's possible. So we are to be bold. We are to go after. This is connecting with our soul purpose. And for those who are spiritual family, how I term it, your soul mission. This is kicking in big time. Big time. This is like, go for it. Or just do it, as Nike says. Indeed. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful set of energy for us. So, goes to stand to reason, all Libra sun signs will be activated, empowered, and or triggered this year. Usually, to be activated, you usually are triggered, but then eventually you become empowered. That's usually how it works for all, whatever sign we're talking about. All right, and the other energy, like I said, is Venus in Cancer. So if you happen to have that in your astrological chart, again, you're activated, empowered, or triggered. Okay? But Venus is our guide. Just like Jupiter was our guide last year, Venus is our guide. So Venus is the goddess of love, arts, aesthetic, nature, beauty, our emotional nature, affection. So, if you're astrologically inclined, let's follow Venus this year, okay? Venus is our guide this year. Sounds like a good one to me. All right. Now, moving on to the month energy that we have. Now, this is all the energy that we're working with for April 15th, 2018, which is the Aries moon, but it all gives us the tone for the year forward. So, here we have the energy of Gemini, which is choices. It's choices. It can be love. Yes, it can be love with that other energy. Yes. But first and foremost, it is choices. The decisions we make, the choices we have in front of us, upon us. And then the other energy is long-term goals. So you see how that is choices. And then I'm going to go into the love next, which is quite phenomenal. But let's stick to the script. All right. So this is long-range goals. So we are making choices and decisions this year, April 15, 2018 through April 4th, 2019, that is going to echo into the future. 10 years, maybe more, because it's long term. So, this is the time, if you already have a list of goals, take them out, review them, reorganize them, restructure them, rephrase them, put them in proper perspective order. The first time you listen to this, okay? And then, of course, you can do it periodically. I think it's a good thing to do, like, per season. All right. If you don't have a list of goals, it's time to create it. I'm old-fashioned. I like to write things down. Like, I take down notes of what I want to cover for the video, and then I channel from there. But it gives me a structure. So that's what writing, as far as I'm concerned, writing down a list of goals for our long-term goals. And then we know that each major step or decision that we make in our year, if it's going according to what our goals are. And yes, they can change. That's why it's good to review them once per season, or at least once per year. All right, so we have Gemini. So all Gemini sun signs are activated, empowered, and or triggered. And the other energy is the planet Mercury in Virgo. So if you have Mercury in Virgo, I actually do, we will be activated, empowered, or triggered if you have that in your astrological chart. So it's Mercury. I mean, that's the planet Mercury, right? We've got Mercury in Virgo, which is devil's in the details. And Mercury is associated with Gemini. So it's Mercury. So it's of the mind. Mercurial. It's of the mind. Okay? A beautiful mind. All right. Now, let's go the love route. Okay? Now, opening it up, the love route would be twin flames and soulmates, if that's something that you resonate with. Because we're talking about karma now for the year, right? So we're talking karmic relationships, right? 2 + 2 = 4. All right. So this is, interesting how this is going to play out for soulmates and for twin flames. Now, I just want to say quickly, it takes two to tango. We're not always in contact with physical contact with a soulmate twin flame. So we have to be positive and send out positive vibes to attract them, to bring them in. Okay? Just saying. I'm not saying it's always easy, but all right. All right. Now before I do that conclusion, the Psychic Insight theme for this Aries new moon of 2018 is the energy of benefit. This is the art of giving and receiving, but also the art of allowing. It's a flow energy. Flow, F-L-O-W. The astrological influence is, interestingly enough, Venus in Aries. There's that Venus again. All right. Interesting mix of Venus and Mercury here. But when it comes to love, I have to say logic does go out the window, because love is of the heart. Love is Venus. Love is not Mercury. Just saying. It's not of the mind. Not necessarily logical. But this is a beautiful energy of benefit. To benefit all, right? Because we're dealing with karma, right? Just saying. So what we do, it's a lovely energy there of having our animal familiars with us as well. How nice is that? That's represented once again. So whatever we endeavor throughout our year, if we try to benefit everyone concerned, we will benefit the most. Just saying. Okay? Now let me put this all together, see if I can get something else for us. This is, even though last year was, action, activity, and things were stirred up, we go from action, activity to putting it all in perspective and taking action. Soul action. So, it's soul purpose, it's soul mission, big time. Okay? It's also big time energy. Nice boost for soulmates and twin flames. Very nice. We go from the opening last year of the heart chakra to want and desire. Really stepping into that energy now. It is partner energy. It is partner energy. There's no way around that one. It could be partner in love. It could be partner in friendship. It could be partner in a beautiful work, collaboration, whatever you want it to be. That's up to us. Putting it all together, let's see what we get. See if I get any more additional information. All right, I would say we saw the light last year. Now let's walk into it. Let's follow the light. Light meaning of our heart, of our soul. What are we being pulled towards? What are we resonating towards? What yearning, what feeling do we have within that is calling us? What do we need to do in our life path? We're going to know. Let's not let anyone talk us out of it. We're going to know what feels proper. Okay? All right. All right, so I'm going to move on to the theme healing song. Okay, the actual theme healing song is called From Now On. It's from The Greatest Showman, which was a film that Hugh Jackman put together. It was released, I believe, Christmas 2017. I actually saw it February 2018 after moving back to the East Coast. I absolutely loved it. Has a beautiful flow. The whole movie has a beautiful flow. It's not It is loosely based on the life of P.T. Barnum. It's not completely accurate, but it's still a beautiful movie, beautiful story. And even though it has wonderful songs, this was a song that, for whatever reason, stood out for me from now on. And I have it on my site. There'll be one version on Timeline, which is where I have all the current Universal videos. And then if you go to your individual sun sign link, there'll be another version there. And then if you go to Psychic Insight theme on my website, there'll be another version there. And for those who are on my e-newsletter list, there'll be another version there. So they're talking about coming back home. So these are some possibilities that I feel this could represent for us. Coming back home to the heart of the matter. Loving ourselves again. What a concept, right? Being who we truly are. Daring to dream, daring to be who we truly are. That was a beautiful message in this movie as well. This Is Me. It was a beautiful song. It's like an anthem to be who we truly are and deal with it, basically. Not to shove it down someone's throat, but just, this is who I am. I have to be true to myself. And then there's another line in this song, I was once blinded by the light, and I'm not going to be that anymore. So it's walking into the lights, truly being who we were meant to be, what our soul intended for us to live this lifetime. Let's get busy, right? As part of my slogan goes. And then it is reconnecting with soulmates and twin flames. Is that as well. That's a longing. That's a coming back home. But it's being comfortable in our own skin and doing what we set out to do, quite frankly. So it can be many different meanings, but those are just a few to get you going. Okay? But that song just sort of like reached out and grabbed me. Beautiful song. Hope you enjoy it. All right, now let's get to the overall message. All right. So this is coming from the Vice Versa Tarot. Beautiful tarot deck. Okay. And we received a dynamic energy, once again, number 7, the Chariot. Okay, so that's the front. And that's the back. All right, so if you're on our e-newsletter list, you still can, if you're watching on YouTube, go below to our website, link contact, and just fill in the required information. You can leave a comment on the YouTube video below on YouTube as what you think this energy, this card represents for you, and I will respond with a mini channel message from Spirit. One of the many perks of being on our e-newsletter list. Okay, so that's the front. That's the back. Okay. Also being on our e-newsletter list, there's an automatic discount. I have sales. It allows me to stay in touch with you, let you know what's going on with me, my travels, my services, what Spirit wants to share with us collectively. So I can think of. All right. Very well. All right, so in closing, I'd just like to say thank you for tuning in and watching. If hopefully you enjoyed and resonated with this energy, this video, you can please like, share, subscribe this video if it feels proper. Thank you. You can do whatever feels proper. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, our e-newsletter, donate, have a psychic reading session with myself and my guides, whatever feels proper. And of course, we hope you have a wonderful year. It really looks quite intriguing. Let's make it a good one. Okay? So we hope to see you throughout the year, of course. And check out our website, your sun sign link, and link timeline, and you'll be kept up to date. All right. Have a great one. We hope to see you real soon. Take care.